We've all grown up with our parents realizing that some of the habits that they do are actually the same habits that we do. Once we finish drinking water, for example, we exhale loud. Once we finish eating, we take our plate and we put it in the sink. And we realize that those habits are not formed by ourselves. No, those were actually habits that our parents had. Meaning that we copied the habits that were with our parents. The point is that we are human beings. We copy the things that most people do in our environment. I've even heard a story that there was a kid grew up who literally had no idea that chicken and meat could be eaten because his parents were literally forcing him to just eat vegetables. I don't really know if this story is true or not, but now growing up, we realize that this isn't the place we want to be. But growing up, we realize that this isn't the place that we want. Some people have high ambitions and they just want to go somewhere way, way far from here. Maybe they want to go a place which is way better, or a place which is similar but has more advantage over the place that we're currently in. And a lot of people actually ask themselves on how does our environment even influence us? And why do we copy the actions that they have? Not because that they are our parents, but there must be something deep. Of course there is. So I want you to put on earphones and listen to what I'm about to say. Firstly, human beings, not always they rely on their own decision, but they rely on the decision on the people around them, or the people who committed the same commitment that they have already pursued to commit. What do I mean by this? Every single time you go to buy something from Amazon or wherever, you check the reviews. And if they were good reviews and positive ones, you will buy it. And if and if it wasn't really that good, you will not buy it. And then you realize that most of the stuff you actually and then you realize that most people in your life actually committed the same commitment that you have done because you have relied on their opinion, you have relied on the knowledge that they have spread. But now we don't want that environment, that degenerate environment that we're in, because all of the environment we're in are just poor, degenerate people, liars, with betrayers, with people who would backbite you, and people you call them friends, and in reality they are just decoys in your life who are just here to distract you from your purpose. So I'm going to tell you exactly how can you change your environment so you can achieve any type of goal that you have in mind. It could be a career or degree or a sport or whatever you want. Now, firstly, I want you to know why is this a big thing? Why is changing our environment actually could help us achieve our goals? And why is it really important? Look, your environment, your bedroom, even not only the people around you, but the things you are surrounded by. Those are your daily habits. And also the people who you are surrounded with. They are the main cause of where you at right now, whether you're in good position or you're not. And why is it important to change your environment? Is because once you change your environment, you realize that once you try to fall off, you realize that the people around you, they support you. Your environment, they support you to stand up. If your environment, let's say if your bed was clean, the things around you were clean, then you will confuse the things that are actually dirty. You will start to question it. And most importantly, the people who support it, you will literally leave them because you are confused on why do they keep such dirty things around them? Why don't they just be clean? And you will be uncomfortable with the people who does not support them, and you will pursue the people who will support your beliefs, like having a clean bed, a clean house, clean environment. And before I tell you how you can change your environment to achieve any goal that you have, I just want you to identify the kind of goal that you want to achieve in the first place. It could be you want to be a millionaire, or you want to have this kind of medal, or anything in general. But for this video, I'm going to put the example that you want to be a millionaire. so you can achieve your goal is to firstly have a clear goal, something in mind that you want to achieve. But for the sake of this video, we're going to put the example of you want to be a millionaire. And once you have a clear path, a clear goal, then we can move to the second part, and it is getting rid of the bad people into your life. What I mean by bad people are the people who does not support your goal. Who are like honestly, I see people who tell me face to face that they wish they could be like Iman Gadzi or this high quality guy or this high quality women, and I realize that they are implementing the degenerate things that their degenerate friends do. And honestly, it hurts me because those are one of the closest friends I have. But to improve, you gotta always have sacrifices. So next time you meet someone in your life that you know, ask yourself, do they support my goal? Do they also have the same goal as mine? Or am I just unique? And honestly, most of the time you realize that most people in your life does not even have the same purpose as you, or the same goal. And that's why every successful people go through a lonely path or the lonely period of their life where the friends that they currently have, they don't blend in with them, or they don't share the same interest anymore, is because they now are different people that we don't want to be like. And we are human beings, we copy the things that our environment show us, or the things that our environment introduced us to. And once you are one step ahead, you realize that the people who you welcome into your life are actually people who pursue the same goals as you. They want to help you because you also help them. And the sad part about this is that literally there are hundreds, if not thousands of people that I have seen online and even in real life, that they just tell me that they want to be like this kind of character and like this kind of character. And then when I see how they act, it's completely different. I knew someone who said that he wants to be as mature as Andrew Tate. And honestly, I was confusing it because his actions does not rely on his purpose. So that's something you should put in mind. Am I pursuing my potential, my goal, my purpose, or am I just getting distracted by my environment? And I could promise you that almost every single person who is ambitious and wants to be like someone or to be like someone else, they are distracted by their environment, and because they have not changed it. And once they realize that they will end up in the same abyss that every single one end up in their environment, then they will wake up. And once they wake up, it's already too late. And once we have got rid of the bad people in our life, and now good people started to come in our life. Firstly, you have to acknowledge that as someone who was from a degenerate environment to someone who's going to a millionaire environment, you gotta know that there are habits that you have to let go of. But how do I know those habits in the first place? Firstly, I want you to write every single action or every single decision that you make in the whole day. I wake up, I check my phone, I stay in my phone for like 30 minutes or an hour, and then I go to the bathroom, and then I eat, and then I sit in my computer, start to watch some entertainment because that's what most people do in the holiday. And then as soon as you finish this list before you go to bed, I just want you to write in the top of the page, is this the kind of person who I want to be or not? Now, I could promise you that most of the things that you have in the list are actually gonna be degenerate and something that does not align with the person that you want to be or even your goal. So, what you're gonna do is that you're going to tick the actions that you actually think are productive and put a cross around the things that are actually not productive. And the things that are normal, like waking up or going to the bathroom, you just let them be. And now I've found that there are habits that I just want to remove. What do I do so I can remove? Firstly, you have to add more friction to those actions. Like if you check your phone every single day and you know it is a bad thing, put the phone in like some other room or change the password of or change the pin of your phone, and then you realize that your phone isn't really all of that. It's just something that gives me dopamine. And then how can I form more habits into my life, and actually habits that I want into my life? Let's say you want to meditate more. You'll find what is something that stops you from meditating? Is it that I just keep checking my phone every single time and just, or procrastinate and just tell myself, yeah, after 10 minutes, after 5 minutes, after an hour, maybe tomorrow, right? If you experience something like that, I just want you to know that all you have to do is just do it. I know sounds like common sense. It's not that you can't do it, you can do it. But put in your mind that the only person who is stopping me from achieving this kind of achievement like meditate or something is actually me, is no one else. I'm actually stopping myself from my own success. Look how weird it is now. Now when you procrastinate, you'll put in my mind, wow, like this is something that I want to achieve, but guess who's stopping me? It's me. So you will go and do it. And the second way to form it And the second way to form a habit is to actually keep doing that action. You see, a habit is basically something that we automatically do without any energy from our brain. And why do we automatically do it? Is because we have done it so many times that our brain does not need to focus. It is unconscious. That's why you see yourself biting your nails without any reason. You just realize that by yourself, your hand is just in your mouth. And take this as a tip or a bonus point from your brother. There is something called cue, craving, response, and reward. Those are the four stages that the action has to go through so it can be a habit. Firstly, is the cue is tingling your brain to do the action. It could be once you see your phone, you just want to know what is in it. That's actually the second part, which is craving, is actually desiring and pursuing to know what is going on in your phone. And the response is to actually the effort that needs to be taken so you can reach to your phone. It could be like standing up to walk to your phone and getting it, or sitting somewhere comfortable. And then the reward is actually knowing what is in your phone. But since this is a habit that we don't want in our life, we can actually remove the cue and put cues in our environment that could actually make us more productive. Let's say that I want to drink more water. I'll put around my environment water bottles so I can drink more water. That's a habit I want to form, right? So I put cues of the water bottle everywhere I go. In the living room there is water, in my room there is water, in the kitchen there is obviously water. Every single place has water. That's why I gotta drink some water. Now I want you to do is that I want you to take away the cues that actually make you procrastinate and fall into doing an action that you don't want to do. Like if in your phone there is Instagram and Facebook or any app that makes you addicted, I want you to delete it, because now the cue of wanting to know what is inside the app is not even there. I know you will have that desire to have that app anyway, but once you know that it's not deleted, there is more friction to it. The second thing, if you're addicted to your console or your PC, just take off the wire, the power wire, I think it's called that, in your PC or your PlayStation, and just take them and you can put them in the closet. Because next time, once you want to actually play them, you will find it harder for you to play. You add more friction. And for the ones that you want to form, like drinking more water or eating healthy food, you should put small cues around your environment so you can actually perform that habit. With the things I've just taught you, you can literally achieve any goal once you have changed this kind of environment. But there is just one thing that I just want to stress on and make it clear. You will never ever be cured in an environment that is sick. You gotta know that there are environments that are literally degenerates, that you are literally tucked inside. You are in the crevice of that environment. That's why I want you to realize this really, really well. So changing your environment is not betraying the people that you're in. It's actually self-love. Because now you are loving yourself, that you remove the bad people in your life. You don't harm them, but you just remove them. You are your king of your own life. You choose people to come in and out of your life. And now I promise you, once you have achieved your goals with the tips that I just gave you, or the advice I just gave you, you will feel so fulfilled by the amount of good people in your life. The people who would actually look at you and smile and praise you for how you have improved. Once you have achieved your goals, you will know that it is worth that pain, that sacrifice that I did, that time I resisted smoking or whatever, anything that I've resisted, any time that I've worked while I even did not feel like it. It is all worth it once you've achieved it. You will feel so fulfilled, so happy, and so yourself. And you will finally feel like you are yourself. And as always, focus on yourself because no one is going to defend your success but you.